chicken tenderloins, 2 breasts, 2 wings, 2 drumsticks, 2 thighs, a back, and a neck. Tenderloin, chicken tenders, chicken strips, chicken fillets. Looks like there's a lot of different names for chicken tenderloin. So what is a chicken tenderloin? Well, let's read AskKaren.gov. The tenderloin of a chicken is the long innermost muscle of the breast, lying along the breastbone, the most tender meat on the bird.
Here I've got a bone-in chicken breast. And I'm just going to flip it on over, and here you can see where the tenderloin is. It runs right underneath the breast. It is a white piece of meat. And the way to remove it is just take your finger or take a knife, and we're going to just cut across this breastbone here. And it is attached by a tendon, so you want to cut that off, and it should come away rather easily.
And here are the chicken tenderloins. I've got 3 packs we picked up from Costco. They're already cut, they're ready to go. All I need to do is season them a little bit, and I'm gonna put them on these skewers. And then we're gonna head out to the grill. This won't be a long cook. This will be pretty short and fast, inside an hour. We've got our chicken tenders washed and patted dry. Now we're getting ready to skewer them on some skewers. I'm going to double up the skewers, and so put them across these 2. It'll be a little easier to handle them. Okay, here we go. Shouldn't be too difficult. I think I'm going to keep them flat and just run through the middle like that. Take this other one down here through the middle and just keep working each one down. They're a little floppy, but they will be laying on the grill top, so it'll be alright. Once they start cooking, they'll stiffen up a little bit. We'll go with that, and I'm going to push the rest of them on here, and I'll come back and show you what I end up with. All skewered up, and I'm just going to go on with a little salt, pepper, just for a little extra seasoning, because it's for chicken, Montreal chicken. And I know this has a little salt and pepper in it, but I wanted to go down with a layer of that first. And I'm just going to hit it lightly with this. Okay, when we get these cooked almost done, I'm going to be going on with some Pibbs Carolina sauce for part of them. I'm going to be going on with some Bessingers Spicy Golden recipe. This is out of Charleston. And also, I found one at the grocery store yesterday. It's a local sauce from Pelzer, down up near Anderson and Clemson area. It's called Hampton Acres Carolina Sweet Barbecue Sauce. I tasted it, and it's similar to Sweet Baby Ray's type sauce, smoky flavor, but it's very good. I'm going to use that on a few of them. All right. Meet me outside. Once in a while, I'll get something in the mail, UPS, or in the mail from a viewer. I've got a couple things here. We call it a mail call. I want to recognize a couple of my viewers. This first guy, he's a viewer up in Canada. And I know some of y'all, a lot of y'all know him. His name is Jim. And he calls himself Canadian Jim. And he sent me a box with 4 cans of pure maple syrup. And I want to say to you, Jim, thank you, buddy. I've already gone through one of these cans, and I love it. It's absolutely delicious. And I really appreciate you doing that. The next viewer, he's a viewer, but he also has a channel. And he doesn't do a lot of videos, and he also has offset pit like mine. I've been knowing him since I got into this 2.5 years ago, and he asked me not to mention his name. So it's kind of hard to give somebody thank you and credit without mentioning the name, but he asked me, I'll just call him Mr. M. He asked me one time if I ever had a Dearborn ham sometime last year, and I said no, and so I just forgot about it. 3 boxes show up at my front door. They were hams, and it's from Dearborn Hams, from Mr. and Mrs. M. And two of the hams were 10-pounders, and this one is a 27-pounder. You see how big that is? That is one huge ham. And I told Mr. M, I said, well, I can't cook that for just me and Janet, you know, in the next few weeks, but next time we have a big family get together, this is what's going to be on one of these cookers. And so thank you so much to Canadian Jim up in Canada, and thank you Mr. M up in the Michigan area. I appreciate all of you, and I thank you for supporting the PIF channel. All right, our charcoal is ready. I'm just going to scatter it around in here. This will be a hot and fast, and we're not using any special accessories on this cook. Just gonna, on this Weber Smokey Mountain, put the middle section on. I've got a place for a middle grate. Okay, we got the kebabs. We're just going to lay them in. I think they'll fit just perfect. I measured them inside when they were on the counter, and I think it was 19 inches, and that's about what I got to play with. We're just going to let those hang out on this hot grill. A lot of heat coming up there. That cooked chicken will cook just fine, just like that. You don't have to have a lid. This is actually a grill setup, but the charcoal had 20 inches down there to it. It won't burn being that high up from the charcoal. You don't have that same problem of flare-ups and burning, but you can't hold your hand right there. It's going to cook that meat just fine. That way it won't be smoked chicken, it will be grilled chicken with a fantastic flavor. Alright, we'll check back in a little bit and turn them over. In 13 minutes, and I'm already getting temperatures 140, 145. A lot of heat coming up in here, so what I'm going to do is spray it with apple cider vinegar, a little butter on it, real butter. Then I'm going to turn them over and do the same thing. Doesn't take long with these chicken tenderloins. You see pretty color already over here. This is a hotter side, it looks like. Spray this side with apple cider vinegar and put a little butter. This group here is going to get the Bessingers from Charleston, South Carolina. Just going to kind of drizzle some on and then spread it around a little bit. That's all it'll take. Yeah. This next one is something most of you are familiar with. My homemade sauce, PIF, I call it PIF Carolina sauce. I just make it right here at the house. Now let's drizzle some of this on here. I'm going to put this on the 2 outside rows. Yeah, baby. It's going to be the Hampton Acres out of Pelzer, South Carolina. Carolina Sweet Barbecue. I found this at my food line. It's in a rack for local items that are made in the state. This is a hickory smoke flavor. It's a real nice, sweet hickory smoke sauce. It'll be in the same ballpark as your Sweet Baby Ray's, but I think it's better, actually. Okay, we're gonna let that cook on that side just a few minutes, and then we're gonna flip to set the sauce. Doesn't take long to get these tenderloins to the done temperature 165, 70. We'll check back in a little bit. 35 minutes. Chicken tenders, chicken fingers, chicken tenderloin. Okay, right here are the mustard sauce tenders. This right here is piff sauce. I don't know if I can get these out without tearing them up or not. And here is the hickory smoke flavor, the sauce from Pelzer. You'll have to refer back to the name. I can't think of the name right this second. And these are the two. That's the mustard sauce from Charleston, and this is the piff sauce. Alright, let's take a little taste of them. This one I'm getting ready to taste is sauced with Hampton acres out of Pelzer, South Carolina, up near Clemson and Anderson. And you can probably find it online. I hadn't checked, but I bet you can. Let's taste that. Doesn't that look good? That's a delicious flavor. You can taste that hickory smoke flavor and that pit flavor, all that together. Oh, that's a good sauce. All right, this next one is Bessingers sauce out of Charleston. Some mustard sauce. Been around for 40 years. I'm just gonna try a little piece here. That's good. You can't go wrong with a mustard-based sauce. Been around a long time. Good old mustard-based sauces with vinegar. Alright, if you've been watching my channel, you know what this is. Some of my Piff Carolina sauce, fill-in Florence sauce. It's a vinegar-based sauce. It's got sweet, tangy, you know, all that good stuff. Look at the pretty bark and sear on that. You can't go wrong with any of these. All three of them. If you want chicken, those chicken tenderloins is the way to go. No skin and bones. It's like eating filleted fish. Well, we're at the end of this cook, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going inside where the air conditioner's running, because it's hot out here. I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you stayed with me to the end, and this chicken's gonna be good. Janet's got some sides. We didn't video any of her sides, but it's gonna be cream corn, brown rice, butter beans, lima beans for you northerners. We call them butter beans down here in the south. A little bit of fat back in there. Ooh, what you talking about? All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one at some point in time. I'll be so glad when this hot weather's gone. Woo! Got to do them hot and fast cooks out here. You can't stay out here for 8 hours, 10 hours, all that stuff. I do that hour. I can stay out here an hour, but after that, I might have to walk away from it. Just kidding. You won't walk away from a $50, $60 cut of meat, right? All right, I'll see you down the road. Phil in Florence. And Janet's inside. Guess what? In the air conditioner.